Hola amigos, it is I, El Presidente Quillatine, back with some more Tropico 6! I've been itching to play another round of this after the last couple, and I went ahead and bookmarked my entire day today that I would dedicate myself to Tropico 6 recording, so hopefully there'll be a lot of videos coming out fairly regularly for this bad boy. Now, I turned to Twitter to ask what kind of theme we might want to see for today's game, and there actually was a theme that came out pretty quick. Someone said fully agrarian, no industry. Someone said communist tourism. Someone said agricultural throwback with zero modern development with tourism. And a few things of that theme, actually. Someone said militaristic tourism, which is interesting, and heavy military. Tourist paradise with an odd supervillain authoritarian vibe. So I think what we're going to do is I think we've got sort of a theme sort of blending together there, in that we are going to avoid any sort of very heavy industry. We are going to try to keep the Communist Party very happy. You know, providing lots of housing and that sort of thing. Although we might still delay it in the, I was going to say the first era, I actually mean the second era, delay it a little bit, just to make sure we have an economy of any sort whatsoever. And we will try to do a lot of tourism. So in terms of configuring our map over here, since we're going to be employing our own difficulty for things, what I think we're going to do is we'll bring it down one notch for the political difficulty and opposition strength, right? Rather than going maximum political and opposition difficulty, we'll bring it down one little notch over here. And what else are we going to do? Resources. Hang on, do they not differentiate between... Oh. In previous tropical games, you could differentiate between island fertility and resource richness in terms of, like minables. But I don't know, if I go broke, hopefully the island's still going to be fairly fertile. There might be stuff with, like, you know, a wetter climate might help, but I think it's mostly just going to change what crops might be available. So we're going to set resources to broke, which is going to dramatically increase the difficulty, but we're sort of going to fall into our playstyle that way. And maybe what we'll do is we'll set our goal for victory to have, like, 400 tourists, rather than have Swiss bank account or anything like that, even though that's still kind of a vibe. So in this game, we actually won't care about the Swiss bank account, other than using it as a resource, maybe, through the, what's the guy's name? I don't know, the guy who sells you stuff with the Swiss bank account. So it'll be mostly that. So what we'll do is we'll try to have 400 tourists on the island for the victory. I think that's good. Let's start the map. Still going to be a fairly large map. We'll have lots of room to play with, which is going to be important if we're looking for 400 frickin' tourists. So that's going to take a long time to do that. So I'm not going to say no industry whatsoever. For example, if we cut down trees, we're probably still going to want to make logs, and maybe we can make the logs into the boats. You know, that's not the same as going heavy industry. But if the resources are poor, assuming, and we're going to see what this map looks like, assuming that just means very few minables, that will definitely restrict things, right? We're not going to set up maybe steel mills into weapons industries, into this, like that. All right, let's pause right away. Let's take a look. We've got the 4 little islands. We've got a couple of these ancient sites in places that might be really good for tourism. Let's take a quick look, actually, at... I guess I'm looking here. Mineral resources. There's still a surprising amount of them. Maybe they're not... Maybe they wear out really quick? I mean, this just seems kind of normal. Maybe, maybe not. This does surprise me a lot. Now, I mean, we could just ignore these and say, listen, we're not going to do it. Or we could just say we're not going to process them. Yeah, 30,000, that's still a lot. What the hell? I mean, that's some bright green over here. I mean, is it possible that we've got deeper red areas for the tourism, like this, than we normally would? Is this actual what poor resources look like? Maybe it is. Maybe normally we'd have more things. I don't know. I was expecting, like, basically none. Or, you know, 2 minables or something like that. A little bit curious. But sure. Yes, have 400 concurrent tourists is going to be an interesting little challenge. In terms of what are we going to research first, I mean, it's not going to be researchable right now. We could unlock some more library modes. The boat services... You know what we could decide is, for a full communist playthrough, is free housing, and we're just going to run free housing for the entire game. That might be very difficult. Anyway, we'll queue it up, and we'll see what we can do. I mean, we still want to win. We know we want to do the tourism thing. So, like, we're already locked on there. If all we say is as simple as... Because it's like, how many restrictions do we put on ourselves, right? If we say it's as simple as we want to make sure the Communist Party is as happy as possible, and we want to go crazy with the tourism, well, that, I mean, we need to go ham with the tourism because that's our overall goal. So clearly the tourism's going to happen, and then the communist stuff will happen as well. And yeah, we'll try to do fairly agrarian. Okay, we've hooked that up. We can make some money early on just by having a little bit of plantation work happening. Corn's good for food. We're thinking about cash crops, just tobacco, even if we don't make cigars. Not that I would ever forget to set up some cigar production. I feel like we'd still need to do rum. Because, I mean, come on. How do we not do rum? See, the efficiency's poor here. It's, like, fairly green, but... I'm actually worried that it's broke the efficiency of our farming by setting that lever. You know what I mean? I put a couple of these and still get, you know, 80-ish%. It looks like the answer is yes. Oops, I forgot I had to hold down my shift button here. We're gonna set up... Come on, I can't... Is it middle click? Wait, I just rotated. Oh, yeah, mouse wheel. I just rotated something. I forgot how to do it. Oh, no, because you're not sugar. There we go. Can I fit another one over here? I mean, normally I'd be looking for over 90%, but I think we'll go ahead and set these guys up anyway. All right. Go, go, go. Get started. That's going to be fine. We can probably bring up the speed. ×4 here. I mean, ideally, can we, like... Here. Build the one that's closest first. They're so random about how they, the order that they build things in. How's the... What kind of unemployment do we start with? Oh yeah, tons of unemployment. So these guys will go to work right away, which is going to be fine. In fact, we could support a little bit more. So again, we're not going to start with zero industry, especially since the tourism doesn't even unlock right away. And we do need a little bit of cash. So we'll set up the rum. I mean, you know, maybe the tourists will come because they know how amazing the rum we produce on this island is. And I don't think we need educated people for the Rum Distillery. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully not, because, I mean, right now, obviously, we can't get people that educated. Not natively. We could bring them in. But I think these low-level industries don't actually need anything like that. Maybe I built this a little too soon, because we don't even have sugar yet. But we'll be ready. Yeah, so they're fine. Yeah, uneducated right over here. Perfect. And yeah, they don't have any sugar.
It's nice to have choices, isn't it? Choices like...
So we do need to satisfy the crown a little bit. They do want rum. Perfect. We could do a long one so that we have this, you know, in place for as long as possible. But the shorter run will complete this quest right. Tell you what, let's sign a contract, a long-term contract for the rum. We'll sign a short-term contract for the sugar. Buying an extra trade route, because we're going to want more, and I'm sure we're not going to be processing all of our sugar right now. All right, and then the rebels would like a pirate cove. I think I'm kind of fine with building that right away, because it actually can turn a profit for us with some amount of ease. Do I want it here? Yeah, sure, why not, right? I don't know if that actually connects. I think now it'll be connected. It'll look a little weird. But there we go. We'll prep a road that can go off in this direction. That's going to be okay. All right. Good stuff. Hides. What do we have? Oh, because of our one ranch we've got over here, the cattle ranch. Maybe I should look into setting more of these up as well. We could build them across the way over here for the manure fertilizer. Because I think we still have some unemployed people. Ranches for cattle, nice and green, not bad. 90% efficiency. A little gap there. One more. So we don't have communists yet, so we don't have anyone to impress yet. And it can decrease the upkeep of nearby ranches.
Viva la revolución!
And of course, we want the immigrants all the time. Because A, we need the immigrants to flip, and B, we want more workers so that we can run more jobs and help kickstart the economy a wee bit more. So now, if I were to do this, it would increase your efficiency, which is going to be nice. What I might have to do is Google some of the layouts that people have for making this work, especially with the multicultural thing. Decreases the efficiency of this by 40%, but you can stack the 10% boosts in the area. That no longer works island-wise. It was glitched for a really long time. It was really handy.
I ask myself, Governor,
It was really handy that you could just use it. At some point it goes, all right, we have to build a tavern for a quest. And I mean, it's going to be fine to keep up the moods. I think I'm going to build it here, you know, near the palace is kind of what I feel like. Or, I mean, there's a gap here, but I want to build a road there later on. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Let's do that. And unemployment? 32 unemployed citizens. So we definitely still can build more. Now, I wonder if the other ranches might have other modifiers. And there might be some sweet spots for some ranches over here too. Not so much. Doesn't even break 80. The llama, no. What about the cattle? Can we fit more cattle over here for 80? No, not really, huh? Not right along the road, anyway. But maybe we can just put different plantations over here. Just looking for some bright green. No, and so I'm starting to think that...
Viva la revolución!
Thank you. I'm starting to think that we may have screwed ourselves on our farming resources, but we'll do what we can, wherever we can. How about fishermen's wharves? Any fishables nearby? Hold on, let me zoom out before I do this. Because you can't. So over there, but not really.
Why do people get caught up in these dietary regimes?
Prices of food goods going down. Well, that's terrible. I don't know if that'll affect rum. I kind of feel like we are going to have to get some mines early on. Even though we're not sure what that's going to do for us theme-wise long-term, I think we're going to go for it. Now, if we're going to do tourism, we're going to want a fair amount of beauty, so the mines, you know, don't help in that respect. So, you know, overall, we might want to minimize how many mines we build. But I think right now, we're going to need some. We'll set up the gold mine in a sec, too. Yeah, actually, we've got enough workers. I think we can fit 2 over here. I'm trying to figure out where I want these roads to go. If I do something like that. I'm actually not sure I can fit 2. I have to wait for the smoke to clear before I put it down. I'm just wondering if I built it 1 tile too close. No, that's it. And then we can't fit another one there. Maybe I could have fit them 2 sideways if I hadn't built the road, but I'm thinking the answer might be no. All right, 1 gold mine, a couple of coal mines. I think there was a little bit more mineable on this island. Yeah, there's another gold mine. I think we have to work these.
Something does not feel quite right.
Man, we are almost ready to flip. That is super fast. Just a couple more revolutionaries. Although whether or not we want to sell off the... buy off the crown, rather. We'll have to see. How about coconut? Nope, we don't really have that either. Okay. We might be able to set up some logging, though.
I ask myself, Governor.
Build the chapel. I was going to say what we need is another mission from the rebels. Can we fit it in there? No. We'll put the chapel next to the tavern. I don't remember if it's Tropico 6 that has the drunken priest. I think that's Tropico 5, isn't it? I don't think the drunken priest makes a reappearance here, which is a damn shame. We can canary these things, can't we? Oh no, that's World Wars. No mine upgrades right now. How's the unemployment? 22.
Our revolution is as yet...
Give me more revolutionaries. When they arrive, that should let us go. Yeah, I need high school educated. Oh, we do have a couple. Pirates are attacking. Yeah, and I have no military set up currently. So, first, we are going to build a fort. Because it'll be good for tourism later on, which is going to be kind of nice. Build it near the palace. It doesn't really need to be near the palace. What I'll do is I'll build it over here, because we might tourism down in this area. Quick build's expensive, but we may need it. Of course, we've got palace guards. What I'm going to do is... That may be a little overkill, but we're going to do that. I'm going to quick build at least one of them. Alright, maybe two. I think that'll be fine now. Oh, they're attacking the building over here, which is kind of annoying. I guess as long as they're not attacking the palace, it's not so bad. We're building up the military like this. We actually might be okay to not pay off the governor.
I ask myself, Governor, do the ends...
We're going to see if we can put down a corn plantation. Thing is, corn's a really good set of food. It doesn't sell for very well, but it... Okay, seriously, we need the military to go out and deal with this. Alright, I'm going to quick build this too. There we go. Yeah, apparently they weren't coming for the palace. Completed trade routes done. That's good. We are going to... Oh, we could export coconuts for a lot. Including to the crown, which actually would be better. How about more rum? That's imports. And sugar? That's also imports. So meat... I think we can export some meat. Oh, coal. Coal to the crown. There you go. Let's sign a long-term contract for that.
Well, you did the right thing, which is...
And we're going to take the mandate stretch out here.
The people of Tropico love you almost...
Hang on. We're going to... I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead with the war declaration. Because we've been buying it off lately, but you know what? We're going to want to save our money. There we go. They finally engaged these guys. Jeez. Oh, some work. Oh, yeah, and they can get their own built-in healthcare and stuff. We probably will do that. What's our employment? Okay. We'll definitely be able to use some more. I mean... So, I can declare the revolution right now, so I may not have to complete some quests. The question will mostly be, do I plan on building more defenses before I declare independence? We've got all these turrets. It's probably going to be fine.
More, Governor, more. Always...
Well, we're not going to do the coconut. This has to be repaired. Thing is, the longer we wait in this mode, the more money we can pre-build while we don't actually need, you know, healthcare and various things like that. I don't think we're going to start a heist immediately. I'm going to queue up like 4 of these raids, and then we're going to see what we can do after that. Because we could also go looking for more people. I think the raids are going to be an okay idea. And we did finish another trade route. Well, we'll sign a meat one, because there is some meat production that is happening. Meat and hides over here. Fast food has ended, so that's going to increase those prices again. Just build a second fort, too. You know what? I mean, maybe we can just declare independence now. The thing is, it's produce corn. It's not even have a corn plantation. It's produce a certain amount of corn, which might take a little while. Although we can get a decent one over here. We might want that just for the food production. In fact, I'm going to suggest that we should have it regardless. Plus, it'll be some good money. Make this road a little awkward, but we'll deal with that when we get there. I mean, a lot of the attacks come where our docks are, although the pirates are coming from behind. We've got all these turrets. We're probably... I bet you we can survive this. Let's give it a try. We're going to declare independence and prepare for war.
Feisty little colony, aren't we? We'll...
Okay. Feisty little colony indeed. I didn't actually check the gold mine explicitly. I think I checked the coal mines to see if there was any upgrade, but no. Neither one of them have the upgrades right now. Now we can set up I do need metal for canneries? I don't know. Okay, we're under attack back there. But yeah, here's where all the guns are, and if they are going for the palace, although they're not currently going for the palace. I'm thinking about building a second fort. I think it's going to be a good idea. Plus, again, later on, I think these old forts do become tourism things. Oh, there we go. They're actually engaged in the turrets as well. And then we'll have an infantry that's ready to deploy from the rear here. And yeah, maybe we can tourist up everything here. The other thing, too, is we could make our first island area here not touristy. Just wait until we do the others. That can always work. Coconut's no longer trending. Well, apparently we can't really grow coconuts, so... I mean, because we're going to have all these mines here that are going to lead to pollution on this first island, which might make it less appealing. Although what we can do when we start the tourism, we can actually smash the mines. Just take them down. Just shift our economy. Days are going by very quickly. And when we finish this, we could take the people, because more people is always good, but we could always take some money or the free blueprint unlock. A lot of the blueprints early on are not terribly expensive, so it might not be the most exciting. I'm going full Santa Claus mode. So, I mean, that should fill up with work soon. Oh, we're at 0 unemployed citizens. Well, then maybe we will take more revolutionaries. Shipments happening, decent amount of money. And we have very few expenses right now, so like our money supply is going to look really good. Problem is, once you start building all the hospitals and everything like that, things do get a wee bit harder. We never did build the library. We didn't get a quest for it, but it would be nice to get started on the research. So I'm going to go ahead and slap that down. We could always build a second one if we get a quest, because honestly, double the research speed ain't bad. And then we could also have a newspaper, which would raise liberty, which would keep the people very happy. I don't need to worry about that so much right now. Okay, we're getting blueprints from the raids as well. I mean, we probably prefer the 10,000 bucks, but it really means that we don't need to worry about too much. I'm going to go ahead and hire 2 foreign workers over here and make sure we've got the high schoolers. We're getting another pirate attack, but that should be fine now. I mean, you know. Let's upgrade both of these buildings with the utility installation so their healthcare happiness and faith happiness doesn't go completely into the pooper. Kind of feel like playing Sid Meier's Pirates now. It feels like when we attack the town in that game. Well, they were coming over here for the Rum Distillery. Now, I suspect very much that we can actually...
Viva la revolución!
Yeah, give me the people. That we can actually... build another rum distillery. If you take a look at our revenue and our exports, we actually are not exporting sugar. What? Okay. So never mind then. Apparently the 3 here, especially without running at full efficiency, are producing, you know, not an excess of sugar. I don't know if our people eat the sugar, if that counts as a food stuff that they can use. Hides no longer trending. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we are producing hides, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, we only need 20 more days to prepare for this war, then the big attack will come. But with 2 forts and a ton of towers to guard our palace, I'm feeling fairly confident. Alright, the assault has begun. They're going to go over here for some reason. It's just the 1 boatload? Oh, we're going to be fine. Oh no, there's two groups. But, of course, we have 2 defensive groups. And I think by default our group... Oh, actually, even more than that, because I hadn't deployed the fort one. Of course, we get the palace guards as well.
Governor, the people have a request.
I'll accept this mission, but I don't think it's going to be something that we even have the option of completing, because I think we're going to advance in a new era where revolutionaries will not be required. We'll have GG'd out of the crown.
Well, I suppose you did rather well.
There we go.
My heart swells with joy as I...
And you know what? As we enter the World War era, I think it's a perfect time for us to put in a bit of a cut.
Canal Uno, the voice of Tropico says... Hola.
So, communists, we're obviously not going wealthy citizens vote, but let's do open ballot elections, because, you know, for pure transparency, we want to see what everyone votes for, right? So employees of government buildings vote for El Presidente regardless of their approval, and those with approval below 45% might turn rebel, which increases the chance. But I think we're going to do that. Now, we're not going to go a pacifist state, although it does increase standings with all superpowers by 10, which I think also affects our tourism rating. But I think what we'll do is we'll go militia over here. Rather than, you know, the high school stuff, Although, it does make the militarist even happier, which is interesting. But I feel like we are going for a non-elitist kind of build, so that the education is going to be a little more limited. We might change our armed forces policies at some point. We will see. Especially as high school education becomes easier to come by, but that's not the case at this time. Right, let's go ahead and queue up just all the research. The free housing did finish, which is good. We can do the next era soon as well. Okay, we are going to put a cut in here. Before I do, I'm going to go ahead and make sure we cannery everything, so that I don't forget that, because that could be a little bit annoying. We'll probably run a bunch of those upgrades too, but we'll have to focus on the economy a little bit first. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.